Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the GVM RGB LED bicolor video light wand. Now this retails for roughly $159 US. I believe it is fairly new. GVM just sent it over for review purposes, and this is pretty exciting. If you are familiar with color wands, then you already know what they do, but this one is pretty versatile. Besides being RGB as well as bicolor, it has 8 different modes of lighting effects or sequences, scenes, whatever you want to refer to. It does support external batteries, so no built-in battery here. I believe it does come with a 4400 milliamp hour GVM branded battery. It's got an OLED display as well as a touch control panel with a color wheel essentially to give you tactile feedback on changing colors on the fly. So let's go ahead and get this thing open. Again, it is not inexpensive at 160 US. Looking for the best way to crack this open, but GVM makes quality products, at least in my experience. The RGBs I'm using right now in studio are from them, and they perform really well. I'm just accustomed to what they make generally does deliver. It doesn't mean everything is perfect in life. No product is. Doesn't look like I even opened this from the right point, does it? It does not. So let's try from the top. I'm going to have to stand up. This is going to be off camera. Yeah, this is the right way to open it, folks. Unboxing never has been my specialty, but again, this does promise to be the most unique light wand that I've seen to date. The most recent one was very inexpensive, and you know, you could tell it was limited. This, on the other hand, you know, if you're looking for something that's going to be more along the pro realm in terms of versatility, functionality, this is probably something you're going to want to consider. And that's why when they said, Ed, you want to check this thing out? I said, yeah. So first thing we're hit with is a travel case. Always nice and usually necessary. Let's go ahead and get it out of it and see what this guy looks like. Okay, so the first thing we see, some paperwork, of course. And then we've got the actual FP style battery charger right there. The actual battery itself is next on board. As I mentioned, you're going to need this to actually power the wand, and I'm going to see if it's got any charge. And then we've got the wand itself. Now the wand, if you didn't already notice, it is 360 degrees of coverage, so it is not limited to one side like a lot of wands are. I do not see a hard wire connection for this. It has clearly a DC input, but I'm not seeing a DC, no supplied DC. So I guess they just opted not to include that. But you can see right here the color wheel, as I was talking about, which is touch sensitive, and then the OLED. And clearly RGB-ified as much as possible. And then, as I mentioned, you have 360 degrees of light. Of course, there's a split in that 360. It's one panel here and the other on this side. And then we also have a power switch right there. Let's go ahead and pop the battery in and see if it's got any juice and see how it is going to produce. So let's see. Okay, it's working. So clearly this is the bicolor, and this is the on-off switch right here, as I was mentioning. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Now, it may have just died on me. That may have been it. You can see right here, you've got your full OLED readout. It shows you right now RGB. I'm trying to see it on screen. Yeah, RGB, 0.77%, CCT, 3200K. You have battery readout, critical. A lot of these products don't give that to you. Now, in order to cycle, I'm assuming, okay, so that's how we cycle menus. Okay, now I just went into the different modes. So right now we're on lightning. Cycle again. Now we are, okay, now this is, wow, I'm blinding myself. So now we're at red, and of course I can change the intensity, as you can see right there. I'm looking for how you change the hue, not just saturation, but this thing is very cool. I can tell you that already. Okay, so there you go. How do you like that stuff? Welcome to the disco, folks. So very cool what GVM did here. And again, I don't know how long this has been out. Hopefully you're able to tell what's happening here in terms of light color change. I'm going to do it gradually. So I'm going to start at the far left of the color wheel and just take you through what it produces. Again, I'm going very slowly to try to show you at least how accurate it represents each of these colors. But very cool. And then, of course, if I hit this again, we can play with saturation. Hit it again, we're back to RGB. So now we're just dealing with white light and the effects, as I was showing you before. And so you toggle through them. So cop car, candle. Now keep in mind, I only have it at 10%. Let's crank it up to 100. So there's your candle. Lightning, I already showed you. Of course, because my studio's lit, you know, effectiveness, different story. Cop car, and you can see this is the bicolor side, this is the RGB side. So it's going to use whichever side is applicable. Candle, cop car, what else? We should have more. TV. Very subtle, but that's all you need for the TV effect. Bad bulb. Party. It's party time. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Disco, disco. Disco, disco. I think you get the idea. So this thing is really, really cool, is it not? And then paparazzi, everybody's favorite, right? So that pretty much covers it. This isn't a review. I'm going to use it. It's great that we've got the ability to, on the fly, swap out batteries. Great that we've got an OLED that actually gives us the battery readout, full control. Got to see how much I'm enjoying or how tactile this color wheel and selection, basically jumping through the different modes. Kind of wish we had physical buttons here. Seems like it would have made life a little bit easier, but a really flexible tool that does just about everything. So very cool. And I'm still wondering why they did not include a hardwired DC input there, even though we've got a port. But again, just a first look at the GVM RGB color light wand. Pretty cool, if you ask me. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. Hit that like button, and as usual, please feel free to subscribe, and please stay safe. Later.